So, as the title suggests, I don't enjoy my birthday. And I don't really have a concrete answer as to why. I mean, I have some idea that I guess I'm gonna try to, figure out today. But I don't enjoy my birthday. And to some, that may seem really weird. I'm sure most people enjoy their birthdays. Get to hang out with your friends, with your family, all that stuff. Get to have presents, eat cake, eat out, do whatever you do on your birthday. And I don't want to be a total Grinch and come off with and say that I hate my birthdays and that I wish I never had a birthday, because that would imply I wish I was never born, and that's kind of emo sounding. It's just not the case. I don't really know why I don't like my birthday. I mean, I guess it seems to me like it's just any other day that really doesn't seem that important in my personal preference. And I get it's a day to celebrate the day you were born, making it, one full rotation around the sun, one more full rotation around the sun. But I don't know, just doesn't seem to have a lot of significance, at least for me. But don't get me wrong, I like celebrating other people's birthdays. I think other people should deserve to feel special on their personal day. They should get to feel special on their birthday. They should have celebrations, cake, presents, whatever the case may be. People should enjoy their birthdays. I'm just not one of those people. I think I'm fine with just receiving half-beat birthday messages. I've never been really one to be big into parties or anything. It's not to say that I never had birthday parties. When I was younger, I distinctly remember having quite a few. I think up until the age of, I want to say, probably my 8th birthday is the last birthday party I remember. I remember liking it, but it wasn't really a party. I think I really only had an actual birthday party rather than a birthday gathering when I was probably around 4 years old. I remember it's before I came into Canada, back when I lived in Colombia. It was a big Lightning McQueen themed birthday party. I remember my parents had invited my entire, I think it was my preschool class. I know because I remember photos of it. In fact, I'm distinctly remembering seeing photos of it recently. Everybody was in their school uniform, so I assumed school just got let out and everybody came straight to my house. It was the Lightning McQueen themed birthday because at the time I was really into Cars, Lightning McQueen, Mater. That was my obsession back then, and it really was for quite a many years. And I still do have fond memories of the Cars movies and those characters. I do really enjoy rewatching Cars 2, and I will not take Cars 2 slander for anything. Cars 2 is a fantastic movie, and I don't care what anybody says. Cars 3, well, I understand that actually more a little bit. Cars 3 is pretty terrible. Okay, back on track. got a little distracted there. Yeah, I remember that birthday party. It must have been right after school. It was a Lightning McQueen themed birthday party. Everything was Cars themed. The cake was themed Cars. There's birthday banners themed like Cars. Even the little gift bags that the guests would take home, the kids would take home, was Cars themed. My parents really went all out for this birthday party, and I could tell they've really put a lot of effort into it, which is why it's one of the birthdays I remember not exactly the best, as in, well, that's kind of diminishing my parents' efforts. I should rephrase that. It's the birthday party I remember enjoying the most out of all the birthday parties I've had in my 19 years on this earth. I think that's the one that stands out to me the most, even if I can't remember it happening, because it happened so long ago. And I think back when I was a kid, I really didn't remember even having that birthday party because I was so young, but I would imagine I would have at least reminisced about it, but I never did. And I don't know why I am now. My other birthdays, besides that one, I remember having my 7th birthday party. That's when we were here in Canada. Why I remember this birthday? Well, I don't really want to call it a party. The Cars birthday was really the only party I had. But this one was special because this is when I got my first fish. Well, my first fish, not the family fish. It was I think it was either I can't remember if it was a boy or girl. I think at the time I assumed it was a boy because I gave it a boy name. I'm pretty sure I named the fish Mateo or something, which that's not how you say it in Spanish. In Spanish it's Mateo. And the reasoning for me calling that fish that is I had and still have somewhere at my mom's is a little plush kind of bulldog that I got, I think, in my first year arriving in Canada. Little brown plush bulldog with a white belly. And that was my favorite toy for so many years. And I still have it. Despite losing many toys over the years, I still have it. Okay, going off track again. That's not the point. I named that fish after that dog, not because I lost that dog, just because I guess because I really like the dog. I thought I'd name the fish that because it'd make me really like the fish, and I really did like that fish. I want to say I had that beta for 3 years, and then it died. But yeah, on my 7th birthday, my parents gave me this red beta fish in a bowl. And I know it's controversial to put beta fish in a bowl. I understand. At the time, we didn't know. We did end up getting an actual, not like a super big tank, but like big enough to accommodate one beta. And I loved that thing to death. I thought having a fish was the coolest thing ever. I would hang out with it all the time. I remember that birthday fondly because of that fish. Not because of the birthday itself, but because of the fish. After that, I didn't really have birthday parties. That in itself wasn't really a birthday party. It was more a gathering. And I get why, you know. At the time, I invited my best friend who was in the same class as me. And I'm pretty sure I could use his real name since he'll probably never see this or remember me, but his name was Jacoby. I'm pretty sure his family was Mexican. I know his mom spoke Spanish. I don't know if he spoke it though, but I know his mom and my mom were pretty good friends, right? Like, me and this kid were inseparable. My mom had invited some of her friends to her birthday party. I don't know why I didn't invite anybody else, because I did have a really big, like, well, not super massive, I wasn't some fucking popular guy, you know what I mean? But I had a decent group of friends. My best friends, even, that I would talk to every day, hang out with throughout recess. I don't know why I didn't invite anybody else besides him over. But yeah, small gathering. I can't remember what we ate. There are some photos that I distinctly remember. I think that would have been my last... I still don't want to call it birthday, but, you know, birthday-esque. Birthday celebration. That's the term I'm looking for. My last kind of birthday celebration. And after then, it was just me getting kind of a special breakfast before school. It wasn't like caviar or anything. I had a very specific request. It was either two things. But I remember up until, I want to say, the ages of 6 to probably 10 years old, my birthday breakfast was always sausages cut up into the shapes of octopuses. That's basically when you put a slit down the middle, then a slit down the other end, and you kind of fold the meat to kind of make octopus arms, I guess, and then you can pan fry it or put it in an oven or something. And you know, the bits of sausages would curl up and look like octopus tentacles. So we called that salchicha de pulpo, which in Spanish translate to octopus sausage. And I would have that with scrambled eggs and toast. I really enjoyed that breakfast. I don't know why I don't make it more often. You know, I'm an adult now. That's something I could do if I really wanted to. There's nothing stopping me, but it kind of feels like a betrayal to my younger self to not have it on my birthday. But even then, I haven't had really any kind of traditions for a long time for my birthday besides eating out with my family, having a cake they bought at the store, blowing my candles, doing the pictures so they can post it on their social medias. And that's the way I'm phrasing it sounds really bratty of me, like, oh, I want to get over my birthday, and in a way that's kind of right. I don't like my birthday, and that might be pessimistic of me to say, but I have no desire to do anything fantastical or big for my birthday. I feel almost guilty when someone even I feel almost guilty when someone even brings up the idea of throwing me a party or doing something special for my birthday. And I can't really grasp why. Maybe it feels selfish of me to have someone do something nice for me. I almost feel narcissistic if I did play along and celebrate my birthday. I don't like being the center of attention. And that's coming from a guy who's recording a birthday rant for YouTube while very badly playing Splitgate. If I stutter a lot, this is not scripted. I was thinking of originally scripting it, but I thought it wouldn't be authentic that way, and I don't know, it's just not a good way to convey my, what's the word? My ideas, cause they seem fake. I'd rather it be real time unless it's something that specifically needs to be scripted so I don't forget or I say it properly, or if it's a quote from somebody or something. But what was I talking about? Yeah, I don't, and I never have really liked birthday celebrations. And this is a little messed up for me to say, but I really only look forward to my birthday to receive presents from my parents. And that seems like a really spoiled brat thing to say, but that's the only part I would really look forward to on my birthday. Because it extended beyond my birthday whenever I'd get a present. It wasn't just nailed down to one specific day. It was something that I could take with me into the future, days past my birthday. It didn't just have to be November 16th. It could be November 17th, December 23rd, March 2nd, something physical that I could enjoy and play with beyond a very specific day. And maybe that's part of the reason why I don't like celebrating my birthday, because I just like getting presents, and that's probably terrible to say, but I don't like being the center of attention. I don't like having parties thrown for me. To me, my birthday just seems like any other day. And it has been, especially as of lately. Ever since, since I became a teenager, my birthday, even the parts I would look forward to, like receiving presents or going out to eat, has just lost meaning. Especially now as an adult, where if I want something special, I can buy it for myself. If I want to go out to eat, I can also do that by myself. I don't have to wait a specific day to do these things. Even if I wanted, I could go out and buy a birthday cake right now and eat it. I mean, I'm not going to, because it's 9:47 p.m. and I work tomorrow. But all those things that I initially thought would make birthday specials has just been negated into very average things. I've become overexposed to the concept of birthdays, and I have been for a while. But I think now is when I truly don't care for my birthday. I never wanted parties. I never wanted big celebrations. I never wanted to be the center of attention. If I did want one thing on my birthday, I think it would be nothing. And I don't know how to feel about that. It almost makes me seem like kind of a birthday Grinch. I don't care if other people celebrate their birthdays. I don't care if people wish me happy birthdays, but it's more effort, it seems like, for me to pretend to want a party, and if someone were to throw me one, for me to enjoy it for their sake rather than my own. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because I'm a people pleaser. Maybe it's because I'd rather smile and be part of the interaction and put on this facade that I'm enjoying it. rather than saying, hey, I don't like this, I didn't want to do this. Because if people put efforts in for your birthday, for you to feel special, obviously, and I can't speak for everybody, but I'm pretty sure most people would at least try to enjoy it, even if it's not ideal or up to their standards or whatever the case may be. They could be just like me and not enjoy celebrating their birthday, but still put on a smile and at least pretend to have a good time for other people's sake, which I don't know, I have mixed opinions on. On one hand, I think you should be truthful. I do. I really do, but it's also it'd be kind of uncomfortable for me to be truthful for people when they put all this effort into celebrating me. I am thankful I don't have birthday parties and haven't had an actual birthday party in a long time. And I don't want one anytime soon. My birthday is a normal day, at least to me. It holds no significance. The presents I craved so much before have lost all their meaning. If I want something, I can just get in my car to go buy it, or buy it from Amazon. That lost all meaning. Same with eating out. Me and my family really only went to go eat out on birthdays or special occasions, but now eating out is more of a weekly tradition. Not even tradition. It's kind of whenever we feel like it. It doesn't feel special. And I want to say from the ages of probably 9 to 18, my ideal place to go out to eat on my birthday was this place called Best Asia Buffet. It's this local buffet spot in my city. The food there is really good, but I don't really go for the food. Well, that's a lie. You go to a buffet for food. But I went specifically for the fish they had. They have. I'm saying that when they're a couple weeks ago. There's this very specific fish they have called, I believe, basa. But it's not regular basa. They put a very specific sauce into it that I don't think I've ever had anywhere else. And this isn't like a 5-star cuisine buffet. You go out, pick your own food. It's very casual dining. But that was always where I would want to go out to eat on my birthday. It felt special. It felt like on my birthday I could indulge in all the food I want, as many plates as I want, as many desserts I want. And that was the day that I wouldn't have to judge myself for eating that much. I don't say that as I've struggled with any weight issues or insecurities. At least I don't think so. I definitely have insecurities. I don't think I've ever had them regarding my weight, however. I don't think that's anything that's really bothered me too much. And people have commented on my weight. And, they're not entirely wrong. I'm a pretty big guy. I do eat quite a lot. But it's never been something that has gotten to me, even when people have tried to get under my skin. It's less of a confidence thing in, love yourself, love your body, because I know it's unhealthy to be overweight. I do. I don't really like the people that encourage it and say, I'm so healthy in my body, love yourself, blah, blah, blah. I don't think that's a good mindset, because being overweight is inherently unhealthy. Anyways, I'm getting off topic here. I'm trying to play the game and rant It's not going too well for me, but what was I saying? Yeah, it just doesn't feel special because all the special things that I'd look forward to for my birthday would come once a year. But now, at my current financial standpoint, and that's not saying that I'm a super rich guy, Elon Musk, whatever. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying all these things I thought were special aren't. And that made me realize my birthday isn't special either. Yeah, it only comes once a year. But if I'm lucky, I'm gonna get it maybe another 60 times. And I see no point in celebrating. I don't. It's nothing special to me. Other people's birthdays I will celebrate. I want them to feel special on their special day, to feel like they matter, for them to have a good time. But those are people that want to celebrate their birthdays. I'm sure most people wouldn't coerce others into celebrating their birthday. But if someone plans some kind of special occasion just for them, I'm sure they would have a good time. They would feel pretty special, pretty loved. But the concept of having all that attention on me makes me a bit uncomfortable. That's your day. And if I had one birthday wish for this year, when it comes up, I don't want acknowledgement for my birthday. And I know I can't make anybody not wish me a happy birthday. I'm fine with that. I can appreciate the gesture of wishing somebody a happy birthday. But I don't want people to go through extra effort to try to appease me, knowing deep down that they can never please me. And it sucks, kind of, because I feel almost ungrateful. And the reason why I started talking about this is because lately my friend and my friends in my friend group have been planning birthday parties for each other and hosting birthday parties at our main house where we all go to hang out. And it's weird because we've never really done birthday parties before. Not at all. So it definitely was kind of a twist when August last year we had a birthday party for two of my friends. I believe they have the same birthday. I'll have to fact check that later. But we had their birthday party on the same day. And it felt nice to celebrate them. They seem to be having a good time and to feel special. I'm all for that. But then we started planning more birthday parties, and I fear it's turning into a tradition. And I don't want to seem ungrateful when I say this, but I don't want them to make a surprise party for me like they've been doing for everybody else. Because in a way, I feel like it's more for them than it is for me. And I've only really told one of our friends how I feel about having birthdays. I don't like surprises, especially surprise parties. I've never had a surprise party before, but I know that I wouldn't like it. I don't like surprises. I don't like not knowing what to expect. I don't like the unknown. I have to know everything that happens. And if a birthday party were to be thrown for me, that's a surprise one that I would have no knowledge about, I don't know how I would react. It'd be in the moment. And that kind of worries me. I worry that I may not come off as grateful, which, in a weird, selfish way, I'm not. I don't want to say I hate my birthday, but I definitely don't look forward to it. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you are someone who doesn't like to celebrate any kind of special holiday or special occasion, you shouldn't have to. Whatever your reason may be, if you don't want to celebrate, for example, Christmas, for whatever reason, you shouldn't have to please other people. That's just not right to you. And I get if you have family or something that come out to visit you for whatever the reason may be that makes that day special, then sure. I think you should try to enjoy yourself and have a good time. But if you're like me and you don't enjoy your birthday, then you shouldn't have to. And if you feel like treating yourself but don't want a big party, then do it. You could buy yourself food, you could buy yourself some new clothes, buy yourself a new game, watch a movie, whatever you want to do. If it's your day, you should spend it however you want. Even if it's without a big party or a big gathering and you're not the center of attention, it's okay to treat yourself. I lately, since when I entered high school, back in prime pandemic 2020, would prefer my birthdays as just taking the picture for my family with me blowing out the candles and ordering in and eating the food in my room and playing my video games. And that might seem like a loser thing, a really crappy way to spend your birthday, but I think that's my ideal way to spend my birthday. No parties, no get-togethers, nothing extraordinary. I'd rather it be extraordinary, if that makes sense. But this year for my birthday, I'm going to spend it by taking it easy, buying food, maybe treating myself to a new game, to a new something. And then that way, I won't be such a Grinch about my birthday. Maybe then I'll actually enjoy it. With no big celebration, no big nothing. Just me, myself, maybe some Burger King, maybe some Splitgate too. Who knows? Who knows what the future holds, but that is how I would spend my birthday. And that's my birthday rant.